hiding?
Hey, let me call you back.
Bro, I need to know how the fridge light turns off. This is driving me nuts.
I don't know.
I think it's gnomes. There's gnomes in there, I know it. Tiny little fridge gnomes turning off the light.
It's not gnomes.
Oh, where are you hiding, bros?
Who knows? How does he know? We've been so careful.
I know, like, what even was she wearing?
Where are they hiding?
Hey, let me call.
Travel to Hogwarts.
Now dance, now dance, now dance, go hit now dance, dance, now dance, now dance, now dance.
Hey girl.
What is happening over there?
My grandma had a heart attack.
What? Are you doing CPR right now? Oh my.
Life is a wonder!
You'll never know the answer.
Nature.
Hey girl.
What is happening over there?
My grandma had a heart attack.
What? Are you doing CPR right now? Oh my
You're
god.
good. I think she's dead. What's up? Hey, have you ever accidentally drank bleach?
No. How do you accidentally?
Not even like 8 ounces of it?
No. Did you? What the?
Okay. There's a bomb threat in the store I'm in right now. Can you believe it?
You need to leave right now.
I'll tell you what. The only explosion here is me in that bathroom earlier because I freaking destroyed that. Hey girl.
What is happening over there?
My grandma had a heart attack.
What? Are you doing CPR right now? Oh my
You're
god.
good. I think she's dead. What's up? Hey, have you ever accidentally drank bleach?
No. How do you accidentally?
Not even like 8 ounces of it?
No. Did you? What the?
Okay. There's a bomb threat in the store I'm in right now. Can you believe it?
You need to leave right now.
I'll tell you what. The only explosion here is me in that bathroom earlier because I freaking destroyed that. Hey girl.
What is happening over there?
My grandma had a heart attack.
What? Are you doing CPR right now? Oh my
You're
god.
good. I think she's dead. What's up? Hey, have you ever accidentally drank bleach?
No. How do you accidentally?
Life is a wonder!
Roses are red, violets are blue. My heart is dead, I'm such a fool. Why did I fall for you? I gave it all for you. Roses are red, violets are blue. My heart.
I don't like your peaches, they are full of stones. I like bananas because they have no bones. Don't give me tomatoes, can't stand ice cream cones. I like bananas because
I helped Uncle Jack off a horse.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I helped Uncle Jack off a horse.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I helped Uncle Jack off a horse.
Monitor manufacturers.
Dreaming of a day when I don't hear people say I'm a knockoff Drew.
Dreaming of a day when you die in a fire and I get all your subscribers.
What? I am Drew, I am Danny, and we are not the same person. Dreaming of a day when I don't hear people say I'm a
I won't stop for nothing. Won't be
am Danny, and we are not the same person. We may have similar lives, we may have similar wives, but we are different nonetheless. And if you took the time to get to know us for a minute, you'd see that I'm Drew, and I am Danny. Yes, I am Drew, and I am Danny. My hair is brown, my hair is hazel. Look at our faces, look at our nasals. Why can't you see all the differences that I do? My eyes are baby blue, my eyes are a different shade of baby blue. People say our videos are similar just cause we both make videos about Lele Pons, Logan Paul, TikTok cringe, bad life hacks, Instagram comedians. People say we copy and agree a lot. I don't see it, yeah, me neither. Dreaming of a day that the comments
To the naked eye, the Therac 25 looked like any other hospital machine. It was used to provide radiation treatment to cancer patients, but hidden inside its code was a tiny mistake that transformed this machine from a lifesaver to a silent killer. To make matters worse, the flaw was so small that for years, no one even realized it was there. It wasn't until bodies started piling up that investigators began putting the pieces together. But while some tried to reveal the truth, others did everything to keep the machine running, leading to the loss of more and more lives. The most interesting part of all of this is how something so deadly could hide in plain sight for so long. This is how a simple computer code mistake killed 6 people. Its first victim. It was June 3rd, 1985, and something terrible was about to happen at the Kennestone Oncology Center in Georgia. That day, 61-year-old Katie Yarborough was receiving radiation treatment for cancer. This wasn't her first session, so she knew what to expect. Katie was being treated with a machine called the Therac 25. Patients would lie down on a treatment table, and the machine would release just enough radiation to destroy cancer cells without harming healthy tissue. The hospital staff would be in another room using a computer to control how much radiation was used. It was a very precise process with no room for mistakes. But that day, the worst mistake was about to happen. As soon as the machine was turned on, Katie felt a tremendous force of heat in her body. Radiotherapy wasn't supposed to feel like this. No one realized it, but Katie just received a massive overdose of radiation, about 100 times higher than what she was supposed to get. To give you an idea, she was exposed to between 10,000 and 20,000 rad, similar to what happens during a nuclear disaster, not a regular medical protocol. After the session was over, Katie accused the technician of burning her during the procedure. But instead of taking Katie seriously, the hospital staff acted like she was making stuff up. According to the machine, the treatment was completely normal. The only indication something went wrong was the pain Katie claimed she felt. It was Katie's word against the machine. Although no one believed her, Katie was right. The Therac 25 malfunctioned in the worst way possible, and soon the evidence would start to show. In the days that followed, Katie noticed that the area where she was treated became red, and she was also experiencing other health issues. Within 2 weeks, she was rushed to the emergency room where doctors tried to save her. The staff at the treatment center refused to believe the Therac 25 could malfunction, so they assumed Katie's sudden health problems were symptoms of her illness. But someone had a different opinion. The facility's physicist was worried that the machine might have hurt Katie, just like she said. To find out, he called AECL Medical, which was the company that made the machine. He wanted to know if the Therac 25 could give too much radiation while still displaying a lower dose on the computer. The manufacturer replied 3 days later, saying the Therac 25 was not capable of delivering an overdose of radiation. In other words, there was no way their machine could have hurt the patient. Katie Yarborough didn't make it. She was the first victim of the Therac 25, but she wouldn't be the last. This machine, created to save lives, would soon become the biggest nightmare in medical history. A tragic flaw. In the 1980s, the Therac 25 was one of the most popular machines for treating cancer. It was a radiation therapy machine that could be controlled by a computer, a huge improvement over older machines that needed manual adjustments. It was so impressive, the doctors were calling it a state-of-the-art medical wonder. However, buried inside the machine's code was a bug that went undetected by everyone. The Therac 25 software had a coding error called a race condition. A race condition occurs when a device attempts to perform 2 or more 4 operations or tasks at the same time. The race condition in the Therac 25 caused the machine to glitch, releasing radiation doses that were hundreds of times greater than normal. Other machines, like the Therac 6 and Therac 20, had safety features that stopped them from working if there was a problem. However, the Therac 25 was the first radiotherapy device entirely controlled by software. This meant that it had no hardware safety features. The computer was supposed to keep track of the machine and shut things down if it detected a dangerous situation. But without built-in safety interlocks, the machine would go crazy if the software had a bug. As bad as that sounds, the Therac 25 had even more problems. The machine software was written by a programmer who didn't have much experience. The code had very few comments, and there was no sign that proper tests had been done. Fixing the code wasn't going to be easy either, because the mysterious programmer who wrote the messy code no longer worked for the company and could not be found. However, those using the machine had no clue about these issues. Instead, they were trained to believe that the machine had many safety mechanisms that would make it virtually impossible to overdose the patients. By 1983, 5 Therac 25s were installed in the United States and 6 in Canada. And for 2 years and thousands of patients, they worked perfectly. Then suddenly, in 1985, the machines started malfunctioning, blasting patients with too much radiation. But everyone trusted the medical device so much that they didn't realize the danger was hiding in plain sight. 1 month after the first accident, it happened again, except this time it was far more serious. The cover-up. It was June 26, 1985 at the Ontario Cancer Foundation, Canada. 40-year-old Frances Hill was being treated with a Therac 25. It wasn't going to end well. The machine blasted Frances with too much radiation. Her injuries were so bad she needed a complete hip replacement, but she never got the opportunity to do that. Just 4 months later, Frances passed away. The technicians were finally sure that Frances was given too much radiation from the machine, but when they checked the computer, it said that she was given the right dose of radiation. To get to the bottom of this, the hospital staff contacted AECL Medical, the company that manufactured the device. When AECL executives heard about this second problem, they were worried. The company made millions from selling and maintaining Therac 25 machines for hospitals. They didn't want to lose their moneymaker, so they sent out one of their best service engineers to the hospital to investigate. This is one of the most upsetting parts of the story. After the second incident, AECL knew that there might be something wrong with their machine, but they didn't pull the machines from use or warn the other hospitals to be careful. The machines remained in operation. Instead, they just sent a service engineer and waited for his report. Meanwhile, people in other hospitals were still using the machine, risking their lives. So what did the engineer discover when he looked into the Therac 25? Did he find the killer code? ACL's engineer arrived at the facility and ran multiple tests on the machine. However, it seemed like the long trip was just a waste of time, because everything was working perfectly. He carefully ran test after test, but each time the Therac 25 behaved as expected. Since he couldn't pinpoint the problem, he decided to guess what could possibly cause the machine to malfunction. He figured the only way such an overdose could happen was if some parts inside the machine were in the wrong position. For example, if the scanning magnets or X-ray target weren't lined up correctly, the patient could be hit with a strong beam of radiation. To solve this problem, the engineer redesigned the micro switch circuit, allowing the computer to identify if something went wrong. The company also added the modification to all Therac 25 machines in other hospitals. However, AECL didn't tell other hospitals that 2 patients had already been injured. They just made it seem like they were upgrading the machine. AECL Medical breathed a sigh of relief, thinking that they had solved the problem. But that was far from the truth, because the accidents were about to get worse. Barely a month after they upgraded all Therac 25s, another accident occurred. This time, it was at a hospital in Washington, and the patient was badly hurt. When the hospital staff sent a letter to AECL Medical once again, they responded with a letter detailing the reasons why radiation overdose was impossible. But just a few weeks after AECL said they weren't at fault, something happened in a hospital in Texas that held the key to finally solving the mystery. Malfunction 54. It It was March 21st, 1986. Ray Cox was undergoing radiation therapy at the East Texas Cancer Center in Tyler. This was Ray's 9th treatment session, so he knew the drill. He was guided into the treatment room by a technician who helped him get settled on the Therac 25 table. After Ray was positioned, the technician moved to the next room where the control computer was set up. She pressed a few buttons on the computer and the Therac 25 turned on, starting the radiation treatment. But as soon as it powered up, Ray realized something was wrong. Instead of the quiet hum of the machine, he saw a flash of blue light and felt a burning sensation on his shoulder. The machine also began to make a strange buzzing noise, a sound that Ray never heard in any of his previous treatments. Ray rolled off the table and called for help. When the hospital staff arrived, Ray explained what happened to him on the table. It sounded like he was given too much radiation. However, when they checked the machine, it showed no signs of an overdose as usual. But the case was reported to Fritz Hager, the staff physicist at the hospital. It was his job to ensure that the radiation doses were safe. After what happened to Ray, Fritz looked into the problem. The technician who ran the machine during